Last we left off in Vagrant story, we got to the interesting part of this game. When you start having combos and timed hits. Unfortunately, because it's a sub-block game, I've been playing it like once every few months, so... Sign slots. This one, maybe? This happens every time. You need to be able to emulate multiple memory cards, right? There it is. First try. Yeah, with the long gaps in between attempts at this game, I'm going to be not practiced at the mechanics, but I really, really like Vagrant Story. I'd like to do a full playthrough of it at some point. These are chests that you can store your items in. There's not like anything new you can obtain from them, I believe. And we don't want to have our weapon out all the time because it makes you drain durability, I think. No, that's a pretty sweet trap. I'm all about the heal panel trap. Can I trigger it again? Totally can. Nice. Yeah, it's weird. Not affecting me at all at the moment, so I'm not sure. When your weapon's out, you take durability damage, yeah. Too fast. Too furious. We'll see if I'm able to reliably do any combos by the end of the stream. I have a feeling it's not going to happen. Go for the legs. Thanks, Donovan. There's different timing for each attack, too. I could have blocked that, too. Okay, good to know. I like this game's meta for switching weapons and that sort of thing. It's cool. Jump. See a bigger map somewhere. It's happening with other streams as well. Gotcha. I should just wait for the icon. I keep assuming it's going to happen at this certain time. Finally did one. Alright. I can do that as much as I want, but it builds my risk more and more over time, which reduces my hit chance. Nice. Cure Bulb. I haven't had to worry about inventory space yet, but I could see that coming up. Too fast. Basically, when you see that exclamation point, I have a brief window to press another button, which will let me do things like recover health. But I'm apparently super bad at triggering it, and I haven't been defending either. I think I have some magic that I can cast though, right? Shaman... heal? Weird. I wonder if there's anything on the Twitch subreddit about it yet. You can hear another monsoon outside. Anyone else's Twitch loading slowly 6 minutes ago? Yeah. Yep, slow loading. Most streams are buffering. Excuse me. Boy, Fox puzzle. Everybody's favorite. No, I got one hit off. That's exciting. I think once they have the exclamation point over their heads, that means that they get an attack ready if I let them. That's how it works. Nice. This guy's probably not dead either. I didn't think so. Go for the body shot. Yeah, they got the little ellipsis. That means they're still charging an attack, I think. Try using his grunt. Okay. Claim the polearm break art from his memory. This is my first break art? View arts. Polearm. Huh. It's like a special move I can use? What does it consume? Is it MP? That ruination thing I just picked up, I guess. Has yet to learn any break arts. I see, so it is ruination. Interesting. Oh, and it costs HP. Right on. That's cool. Very Persona up. Especially given how easy it is to heal yourself in this game. Where would I use the boxes in this room? There's 2 of them, but they're definitely not enough to get high enough here, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Everything should be a resource. Gold's a resource. The time on the play clock is a resource. You get a car. Alright. Totally works. Yo. Ow. Stick. Key scan. It might also be that I'm playing, since I'm playing on a PS3 controller, the wireless latency is just enough that I need to adjust my expectations for timing, you know? Spooky Ghost go. Teleporting around. Go for that body shot. Okay. Is it also grunt timing for defense abilities? Like, does he have a audio cue there? Revealing squares on the map. Sure, there is HP. Unexplored map is a resource. That's a really cool idea. No, I hadn't heard of it. I feel like you can really play around with that idea. Like, there's a lot of cool design space in that. Kill this dog before the ghost kills me. It doesn't sound like the grunt is working. I could be missing it too, but... It'd be nice if it like overhealed you or something. Too fast. Outside of one-shot range. Yeah, I think it's a wireless thing. If I try to go with the grunt, I might need to just wait, do it, try to preempt the grunt or do it after the grunt or something. Last time we played it though, by the end of the hour, I was starting to nail them, and I think it's probably going to be the same thing. I won't get it all until then. Alright, so there's a block there that I can't move. I can't move the marble ones, right? I very much would like to get up on that platform up there. Oh, after the grunts? Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'll get a ability later to move these. Can't pick up a crate like this. I can only push it when it's already in a corner. Push it real good. He grunts 2 during defense attacks as a Q. Is that true? Oh, interesting. Wonder if I was actually able to roll the other one earlier. Possible. Let me go back. Might actually be able to do something with the marble in that other room. It has slightly different box moving properties. Defense is animation specific. Gotcha. Yeah, that's the same as Super Mario RPG, right? It's really hard to predict. You can do attacks pretty consistently, but defense not so much. Can I roll it on top of that box, maybe? No. Can I push it from above? No. Don't think I'm going to be able to be moving this. Unless if we get an ability later on, although this doesn't really strike me as a learned progression abilities type game. It seems like most of the skills we picked up so far have been just combat. But I could see there's space for that in the spells. Have one that like lifts a block and moves it or something. Alright, let's try this again. I can do that one now. How does it work? You can just go ahead and tell me since I'm not super clear on the... Yeah, what is it? On the function of moving boxes and the like. Boxes can be destroyed. I did forget that, thank you. You can like target them. Are there any, just for my reference in the future, are there progression abilities? Like, will there be a puzzle that I'll reach and not be able to solve right away because I'll have to come back with a spell or something later on? Or generally, can you solve things as soon as you get into a room? So bust this guy here. Gotcha. And we can roll this over. Cool. This guy goes over 1. Busted makes me feel good. Soul Kiss. Wow, there's a ton of stuff in here, isn't there? Knightly weapon, dagger, piercing. Buff, bear mask. Increases attack power against humans, cures numbness. See traps in the room. I see. That's cool. Items. Equip. I really like this whole affinity system in this game. It's cool. Bear mask. Alright, and this one has developed affinity against beasts because I've equipped it for a while fighting beasts. Is that how that works? Shuriken, yeah. The Quirus is actually... Oh. It's stronger. Sandals is better. Rude necklace. I might be able to put a slot in this thing, right? How would I do that? Setup, I think that's where it is. Attach gems, weapons. Rusty nail. Braveheart, success rate of non-magical attack by 20%. Yeah, I think we want to stick with that. It's not you, Yahan, if someone can let him know in chat. There's a thread on the Twitch subreddit right now. It isn't clear who it is and isn't affecting, but it's definitely not just one person. Keep an eye on it if I see if people report that it's fixing itself. Check the Twitch support too. Yeah. In fact, there's a tweet too. Currently investigating reports of video buffering or not loading across the site. Push this guy. Once these guys are already down, can't push them further. Thanks, E10. Okay, so I can definitely get that up top there. What does that afford me? I need to have 2 stacked blocks over here to be able to get up on that one. I can't push these guys any further, at least as far as I can tell. Oh, I think I've already screwed up this room. Okay, I think I understand what I have to do now. Well, maybe not. I was thinking I have to push this block back so I can get another... Let's see. Oh, that does work. Okay, that's good to know. Try to remember that. You can roll a stone block that's directly above you. Okay. This guy goes up here. Let's go ahead and finish placing it. Long time no see, Yahan. Welcome back. You go here. Grab this guy. No, it's bad, Ashley. That's a cool puzzle. Because when you first get in, you kind of assume that you should push the marble block off the other edge, which doesn't help you at all. Hey, Sornus, how you doing? Let's see. Decent damage with a body shot. It's really easy to spam in this game, you gotta be careful. Okay, I see how it's right after the grunt now. That might help. 44 damage in the right arm. I wonder why that takes so much in this guy. Oh, I see. Not always predictable. It's a bit too slow that time. That was me spamming. But some of the animations don't correspond with the grunt at all, do they? because it depends on the attack. A bone helm. No look at all. How does that compare to the bear mask I just picked up? Bone helm. 2944. So it's worse magical resistance and worse agility. Interesting. Arms take most of the damage again. Huh. Alright. This guy actually the legs. Yeah. Alright, I gotta train myself to not use the grunt on the second attack. And I think we'll do okay. Too slow, no kidding. Cool. Heal up. Remember the save points here. I wonder if we'll ever get a Vagrant story too. I wonder if the development folks behind this game are still even at Square at this point. I'd love to see a PS4 take on this game, right? I didn't. Weapon exhibition, like real life swords? Door is locked with the Lily sigil. Okay. Oh, Monster Hunter. No, I'll have to check it out. Workshop work of art. The following materials may combine wood, leather, and bronze. Where are you on a spectrum of deeply concerned to cautiously optimistic? Workshop music's cool. So I just have to be in a workshop to do this combining thing? Is it just something that is now available in my menu or something? Assemble weapons, I see. Crossguard. Ah, but I need to have a weapon to... a blade to combine it with, I see. Gotcha. So I can disassemble my old spears, or older, weaker versions of weapons I already have. So my only dagger. Oh, and this is telling me what it's made of. Bronze, iron, stone. Now, it's really... if I disassemble it, I still have the two pieces and can put something back together with it later. There's no penalty for disassembly, I assume, right? Cool, Sornus. No, I'm very hopeful. Alright, just for funsies, can I immediately reassemble that rapier without any trouble? Losing a PP. Gotcha. That's cool. Okay. So I can experiment with removing or using the rapier head with a crossguard this time instead of with the short hilt and see what it gives us. That's a really cool crafting system. And it shows you what the stats are going to be at the end. Oh, and now it can get a gem. That's cool. Attack power against the dead. Okay. And the automatically gets named based on whatever the blade is, I assume. Interesting. Broadsword plus rapier. Yeah, sure. Oh, does it not show me what it actually did after that? Huh. Interesting. Shows up in the top left corner. You mash two items together, their affinities are averaged. I see. That's cool. No, that's a really neat system. I see. Gotcha. Let me see if I can deposit some junk. I don't want to run out of inventory space here. With other bronze. If I recall right, these are all ender chests, so I can, anything I deposit here will be pick-upable in other rooms that have a container. Let's do... probably fine on weapons, blades, grips, shields. Deposit some armor. Store. Okay. It's mandatory to work with. Interesting. I did not anticipate that. I assumed it would have been a kind of nice thing if you wanted to optimize. But there are certain bosses that if you don't have good affinities, you're gonna... Oh, that's interesting. They have you save at these boxes? I didn't know that was... This is my first time ever storing items. Interesting. Maybe it has a separate, like, file on the memory card for the, chest contents. That seems weird, though. Okay. Normal enemies. Wow. Yeah. Interesting when we get to that point. The whole crafting system is still a little bit stressful to me. It's kind of an option paralysis issue. So having it become necessary later will probably force me to get used to it more. 28, okay. Too fast in the last one. Wow. Not as effective with 0 damage and 0% hit chance. That's crazy. Reduce foe's MP. Adds numbness, adds silent. Inflicts additional damage equal to 10% of damage dealt and adds that amount to PP. PP is your weapon and armor efficiency. Or affinity that's building, right? Ooh, that shit's way too specific for me to be able to track right now. Why don't we do the PP one? What does numbness do? Is it just like a random chance for actions to fail or something? Although it's always you reclaim the abilities from repressed memory. Ashley was already a badass, he doesn't remember how to be a badass anymore. Door's been locked. Ow. Bats go down easy now. Good enough. Oh, it just blocks all their actions? Interesting. Does it block magic, I wonder? I assume that silence does that, but if numbness does both. It's not an actual door. It's kind of just a trap room, it looks like. Try this way. Let's do the feet. Do you think numbness would stop them from acting at all, including spells, though? I guess is my question. I'm wondering if numbness is like it stops physical actions, and silence is it stops magical actions. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm just now starting to hit the first one pretty regularly. Let's go for a bite shot. It's so easy to accidentally spam. Numbness is physical only. Gotcha. All the cure roots. I keep wanting to use the right stick to move the camera. It is incorrect. $74 body shot. Too fast on the second one. Interesting that having all these different weapons that you swap through, like you kind of have to learn lots of different timings. I'm sure that the timing for each ability is different for each ability weapon combination. Door's locked. So this is easily the best looking PS1 game I've ever played that's trying to do full 3D environments, right? I still prefer sprite-based games like Symphony of the Night, or pre-rendered backgrounds like Final Fantasy, but if they're gonna do 3D environments, this game is the best I think you can possibly look on the PS1. Did you guys see that cool Rocket League demake video that somebody made to make it look like what if Rocket League was made for the PS1 originally? It's pretty impressive. Slow on the second one. Nice. Probably shouldn't open with the timing on the second one I really have trouble landing. I probably want to open by inflicting poison if I'm going to do it at all, you know? Too fast. Not furious enough. Damaging chain, sure. That one's hard to get the animation right on the follow-up too. Perfect. Cool. Take that, lizard man. Spear clears. Hey, there's a Lily sigil. Sweet. So So they can drop weapon parts that I then later have to assemble. Gotcha. Doing alright. It's really interesting, like, I refuse to learn any of the... I keep assuming that I have to press the button at a certain time in the animation. It must be, like, leftover instinct from Mario RPG or something. Like, I know when to press it, and I'm completely wrong every single time. It's funny. More antidote. Oh, cool. So, Elixir of Queens increases your max HP, and there's probably no reason not to just use it right away, I assume. Did I read that item description correctly? Go ahead and learn antidote. Sweet. I think I've seen other items like that. You can't like use them to craft to make a potion that gives you more strength, or save them for the final boss. Something equally silly. Does he have like assless chaps on? Right, because it's a random roll. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to stress too much about that. Imagine that's not mandatory for success. Yeah, super slow. Or playing it on an emulator maybe, but that's kind of stretching what I'm willing to do with save states. It's rough because I'll definitely use save states if it's a game that doesn't let you save frequently. And just use it at a checkpoint that's reasonable. I think we did that with Castlevania 3, because that game's... It's not so much that it's challenging, it's just that it's really, really punishing with its checkpointing. But using it to maximize RNG rolls opens up it's a slippery slope, right? You can do that when you're trying to get a specific weapon to drop. But I'm playing it on PS3, so I don't have the option regardless, so that makes it easy. Nice. Cool. It says I've been this way. The rust in the hinges came off. Is that like a one-way door? Like I was able to get to it before, but it previously wasn't able to be opened. Generate. And you said strength down both affects their ability to damage and the damage they take, was that right? So I think I have generate too. Probably need to remember to start casting that on bosses and the like. So these ghosts, man. Too slowly. Gotcha. And intelligence is both magical defense and offense. Let's see. 94. I'll land it once today. I don't think I've ever done beyond a 2-hit combo here. It's not unusual. I've definitely played games before with mechanics like that. It's more elegant. Presumably I can fall in pits, right? Probably be a not so great thing to happen. Okay, just makes you take some damage and puts you back to the beginning. Gotcha. Zelda style. I've never really played another game quite like this one. It's cool. It's kind of an action RPG, but not really. It's still turn-based. Sort of. Someone should make a, okay, so probably have to break one of these. There we go. Let's make a Vagrant story MMO. Probably need to stack up on one of these things. Yeah. It's elegant. I mean, you lose some of the complexity and depth, I guess. Final Fantasy Tactics, Evilise. FF12 is technically an Evilise, but it's kind of confusing how it fits in with Final Fantasy Tactics. Is that enough, maybe? Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like if they iterated on it, that would make a pretty big difference, right? Like, they thought a little bit more about ease of use. Could be super cool. You basically have this like optimization paralysis that's constantly ongoing in this game. I think it just has to do with like the way it's kind of clunky to go into your inventory to swap things out. If you had hotkeys to swap and some slots you could set and that sort of thing, it could help a lot. I really do think there's a lot of games out there that are near damned by lack of quality of life features like that. One of these days. Nice. There we go. There. Really? Huh. Must be a quirk of these marble blocks. Oh, there we go. Just put my weapon away. Disregard quirk of the marble blocks. Quirk of the me being a dummy. Alright, save. Because the combat system in this game is kind of similar to the whole idea of GCDs and MMOs. I mean, you have more time, obviously, to decide what attack to pick, but... it's not quite full action like something like Kingdom Hearts. Holy Sigil turned to dust. What? Oh, really? Weapon out or weapon just equipped changes your stats? I didn't realize that. Is it generally better with it out, or it depends on what its intelligence stat is? This is definitely the most, like, ambitious game I've seen graphically on the PS1. Just trying to have the character have an idle animation, like he's breathing, and like moving the textures around on his face, and having the attempts at animation. Ashley's a vessel. Taking all the power around him. As I've foreseen. Give chase. Madness. Earthsquaker strong as a titan, all part of your precious planet too. I don't know if they ever referenced titans elsewhere in Evil East. Are those like the gods of this universe? No, because that's like the Kavi. This game's also really well localized for an Evil East game after Final Fantasy Tactics. This must have been when Square started to take that seriously, instead of phoning it in. For the shade to send in the dark. Yeah, it's not so much that it looks amazing, it's the fact that they put the effort into it. Like having her hair blow here is unnecessary, right? You didn't really even get moving hair textures in FF9, right? Or those? What's going on in this room? Two might always be enough, I don't know. No, maybe not. Alright, how do we stack 3 then? Can't climb on one of these while carrying one, right? Huh. We can't stack a 3rd one. We pick up one that's like on the ground below. So we can pick up one that's above us. Yeah, it doesn't work. Try breaking the ones on the ground here. So this is a door over here, I guess that's also possible. We're not allowed to like crawl through that, are we? More to grab onto there. That doesn't work. Try leaving. How many variations of like crate puzzles are there in this game? Wondering if they start to branch out. It's a cool system, but I'll definitely have to get better at them. We're gonna play through all of Apex 3. Okay, so their default position looks like this. Metal ones are pushable but not pick upable. Can't jump up that. One more type of crate. I think what we're gonna have to do is... I don't know what to do. Get this one out of the way. Oh, but I can't move any of these guys, can I? Can't pick it up once it's already on the ground. Guess I can stack it when I'm over here. Oh, that might be it. But the intent then... Okay, I think I get it. So we gotta do this. This guy over here. break this guy. Are your only ways of interacting with crates pushing, picking up, or destroying, or are there going to be other ways to do it in the future as well? There we go. And push this guy over. Come on. There we go. Which reminded me of Legacy of Kain 2, Soul Reaver. Alright, first try. At least they make it easy to get back out of that room. One day. People skeletons, man. I've never played Banner's Saga at all. It's the one that got sued by the Candy Crush developers because they're douchebags. Remember the Penny Arcade jokes about it? One of these things is a saga, and one of these is not. Getting there. At least being a little bit more patient now. Right on. I'd rather that shows slow than fast. That'll do it. Nice. Alright. There's an exit there. There's water that I probably can't go into. Don't I have like a combo that repairs my weapon or something? Generates HP. Repairs a small amount of weapon DP. Try to start using that some more. Imagine that my weapon's not in a great shape since I haven't used that basically at all so far. Can I see its DP easily somewhere here? Oh, it's probably the status buttons. Here we go. DP, halfway, okay. Hey, good luck, how's it going? I like it, it's a cool system. I've never played a game quite like it before. I guess my issue isn't so much with the combat complexity as it is with the lack of quality of life features around the combat. Since it's expecting you to swap things all the time, it would be a lot more convenient if you could just press a button to switch weapons, that sort of thing. It needs to have more stuff in the UI, tipping you off when it's relevant, I think, too. Super cool game, though. Fan. Grab this one. I'm actually going to run back to that save point here in a second, just to see if this is tall enough. Just barely. Nice. Alright, we can pick up from there next time. You're a language criminal and you deserve to go to word jail. Yeah, that's the one. How dare you use Saga in your title? Are you guys kidding? Seriously? Locked door in here. Should probably try not to enter rooms I haven't visited already because I'll have to remember to check them out next session. Right, like, just imagine if it would work exactly the same way, but there was a really easy, nice quality of life way to swap them. I don't have any off the top of my head, but I wonder how many games out there have just been ruined by lack of quality of life features. That they would be amazing games, AAA, best games ever, but... yeah. It's the spooky ghost. Kill this thing first. Cool. Vulcan Lance. Alright, blocked it for once. That's right, I want to have the elemental... oh, but it only recovers, like, some physical damage taken, I think. Bummer. No, this game's really ambitious, for sure. You have to give it its props for pulling off what it was able to pull off. Like many things, I think it would just benefit from some iteration. If we could see a Vagrant Story 2 one day, I'd love to see what they would change. Also, what this game would look like on PS4. How ambitious the graphics are on the PS1. To watch for an animation tell on that last thing. Select ability. 10% of the damage Ashley has sustained. I'm not super clear on how that works. Like, it tracks damage sustained by that enemy up to the point that you use that skill or something. Go for the 85% chance. Oh, it's based off missing HP. That makes sense. That's a much more Occam's razor solution, isn't it? Alright, so that's our hour of Vagrant Story. Thank you, Galactic Kodiak, for sharing this game with me. It's one of those games that I heard was really good. Square game for the PS1 that I didn't play. It's one of the very few. It's super cool, though. We're going to be playing a couple hours of La Mulana, and then Subblock will continue with Brigandine, Bayonetta 1 and 2, and Cryptic Necrodancer. I'll be back in a few minutes as we switch.